Today marks 100 days since Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich was wrongfully detained by Russia. Sky News is joining newsrooms right around the world in voicing our support for Gershkovich. The US citizen was arrested in March 29 and charged with espionage. The Wall Street Journal and the US government vehemently deny the allegation and have called for his immediate release. Sky News stands with Evan. Joining us live now, one of Evan's colleagues, Wall Street Journal's senior European correspondent, Jenny Strasburg. Jenny, good to see you. Thanks for your time this morning, our time. How is the WSJ family doing at the moment?
So, obviously, Evan is always in our thoughts, and we're doing everything we can, frankly, to keep his name out there. And we really appreciate work like yours to do that, because we know it's not only important, it's crucial that it doesn't just become like a forgotten headline. We're in the news business, right? We know how stories can kind of run a cycle, but, you know, Evan, 100 days in prison. I don't know if you remember what you were doing March 29th, but it seems like quite a while ago. And that's when the day that the FSB picked him up and imprisoned him for doing his job as a journalist. I mean, we know, everyone who knows him knows that he is a journalist. He is not a spy. So how are we doing? I mean, we remain optimistic. I think that's really important. You know, his family has stayed very strong. They've traveled to Moscow. We know that Evan is in good health from people who've seen him in person. We've seen him smiling in the courtroom, but, you know, everyone just would like to see him released and come home and be able to hug his family.
Yeah, sorry, Jenny. Is there in terms of a prospect for that, how's it looking?
Well, look, I'm not inside of the government discussions, but, you know, I know what you know, Pete. Like, we've been told that there are some discussions about a prisoner swap, but it's really not anything that I have knowledge of.
Yeah.
So
you referred to this in your first response, and I was going to ask you about how he's doing. So contact is being made. Is he getting food? Is he being looked after?
I mean, he appears to be. Look, from the video that has been available to the world, which is all that we have, and, you know, consular officials who have told us that he's in good health and seems to be staying really strong. We know from some contact he has communicated with his family. You know, he's been reading. He knows that people are thinking about him. He knows that Arsenal fans here in London, you know, basically stood up in his honor at a match. I mean, the things that he loves, he knows that he's not forgotten, and that seems pretty important. I mean, he's in a very isolating prison that by design in Moscow is designed to basically cut people off from the outside world and cut the outside world off from them. So to know as much as we know, you know, just 2 days ago, we got reports about him appearing in good health. And when that happens, I mean, how are we? I mean, here in London, where he was before he went to Moscow, right? He came to the Journal just February of 2022, just weeks before Russia invaded Ukraine. And he was immediately this vivacious, collaborating, outgoing person in the newsroom. So when we see his smile on television, on you know, video online, like, it makes us smile. We also take a lot of hope from just any sign that he could be closer to some hope of release.
Well, we can only hope for that. I wish you well, Jenny Strasburg. Appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.